Hello, hello. My name is Koi. I am the owner of Ray of Gratitude, giving a peace of mind to at least one person at a time. I swear I've been so tongue tied lately. I'm hoping that that one person is you. I am doing a chakra reading. I like to do chakra readings with cards. Here at Ray of Gratitude, we do creative healing for the mind, the heart, and the soul. And I like to read energy through cards as well as other ways, but today you tuned into my card reading. And it's always nice to do for me chakra readings for the new moon and the full moon. And for those that don't know, if you're watching this as soon as I upload this, the new moon hits Monday, December 14th. And it is a solar eclipse as well. I keep saying solar eclipse. I'm not sure if it's lunar or solar, but I think it's solar. I could be wrong, but it's definitely eclipse, which means that these cycles are big. It's not like a regular moon. It's like big, big, big moon type of energy. And since we're in Sag, that means that a lot of things are expanding. And I'm just going to get right into this reading because I already pulled two cards. And right off the back, let's get into this reading. Right off the back, it's about really knowing, seeing within you. It's almost like, wow, this is so interesting because I've been seeing signs of this recently too. Your third eye and your solar plexus. Because I like to have one card, but then I realized it was two. And as you can see, there are like three eyes that are popping out, if not more. This is the Mystic, and this is Kairos, I believe. I could be saying it wrong, but these cards get deep into it. I would have read it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Um, but I feel like a moth bursting out of the dark. A lot of moths are attracted to light, but here the light is within them, which is very interesting. It's like maybe we're all noticing, because this is a general reading, but we may be noticing something within us being activated or just feeling like fire was within us to move forward and do something new, finally. And if this is representing, this doesn't say it represents the third eye, but right now I'm just picking up that, this kind of represents the third eye, which is like that other seeing and knowing. Like you can't really describe it because it's only something that you can see. And if you're lucky, other people can see it too. You gotta, you have a connection with that person. But usually the third eye tells you that information, a connection with divine energy, divine information, the divine within you that is letting you know that your intuition is connecting and saying, this is something that needs to be looked at. You know this. Let's go a little bit deeper and investigate. So let us go a little bit deeper and investigate. So I'm going to do the chakra cards. I'm using these chakra cards, and I also kind of like to do this as well because for those that are interested in my chakra meditation sessions that I do, I educate. We talk about certain things that resonates within when we do the chakra healing and the reading, and we tie all those things together and we work together so that we can become more aware of things that are hidden within us that we have not looked at, and things start coming into your own reality and your own thoughts, and you're like, I didn't even think of this before. But it starts becoming, it really helps your growth. And I like to say soul growth because that's what we really need to do. Again, like I said, a ray of gratitude helps the mind, the heart, and the soul. And I like to get soul deep, okay? Yeah, this solar plexus is coming out. All I'm seeing is yellow. Every time I pull cards, it's yellow. And the solar plexus does talk about, we'll just pull this one. The solar plexus talks about, understanding your own power, being empowered within so you can take action without. Um, so what do we have here? What do we have here? So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about what do you need to be open to right now during this full moon. What is going to be illuminated, right? Something that wants to manifest during this new moon. So it's kind of like formulating your intentions and your purpose. And how can you focus that intention, that um, energy, right, to bring into fruition? So this is kind of interesting, though. I'm going to read off the top of my head, but this is what we have here. This is something that we need to be open to right now, our insecurities. Why? Well, because we really need to feel. We need to feel in order to heal. Um, what we heal, what is it? Is it saying that's what we feel is what's revealed? Or maybe it's what you have to feel through what we heal. Either way, you see this big heart here. And then you got this little sinister devil or whatnot energy. Because you know why? It's like our insecurities, like he's doing, it blocks us from love. It really does. And most importantly, it blocks us from our own love, loving ourselves. We have the insecurities because we don't feel secure within ourselves. We don't feel secure within our feelings. And we just don't feel secure about our body, our mind, our soul. And it's always some little outside bullshit that comes to you and wants to attack your heart, attack your feelings, and make you feel small, make you feel ashamed, make you feel guilty. Not today. I don't know if this is like the sun or what, but it's something that's being illuminated, and it's kind of like he's looking like I need to. My camera is not the best, but what I'm seeing, I've never seen this before. He's like looking at the sun, and it's almost reminding me like, it's like this little spark of hope, inspiration that allows us to be like, okay, one, I've just recognized my insecurities, right? And two, maybe it's something that I need to work on. If we let shame and guilt cover us, then we'll probably be like, you know what, I'm not even going to try to work on this. It doesn't even matter. Blah, blah, blah. Kind of similar, right? But when you can really feel, you can start to heal. And you can start to take ownership and responsibility for these feelings and work through them and start understanding, like, why do I feel this way? Right? Something that wants to manifest. Solar plexus. Because right here, we're trying to ground something. The red is the root chakra, which is like roots. It's deep rooted. Sometimes it goes back into ancestral stuff. That's getting real deep. Some things that we feel, some emotions that we carry are through, DNA. Like I said, ancestors. But when you feel, you work through that and you work through it layer by layer. I wouldn't suggest anybody to dive too deep because definitely not alone. When you dive really deep, you're going to need some type of tools and type of gear, almost like a scuba diver. They wouldn't go deep diving in the sea without any equipment, like the right equipment on, right? And with the root chakra is really about feeling secure within yourself, within your faith, within the things that you know, within the things that you feel, and within the things that you're trying to grow. Feeling secure within your own damn body, right? Connecting with your soul here. And the solar plexus is that power center. And this card is all about prayer here. And I said to myself I wasn't going to read, but I'm going to just pick something up. I love how this book actually asks questions here. It tells you about some things. But the solar plexus also is like intellectual. It does also have creativity. Mostly the sacral chakra is about creativity, but see the lower chakras kind of run over each other. And it helps you understand like your instinct too. You know, instinct and intuition, similar but different. Instinct is more of that, just that gut feeling, um that hunch, that body type of thing, that just reaction. It's just like boom, this is a reaction. Intuition is more of like a feeling, um and it's more of like feeling with spirit. um Instinct, right? I cannot talk today. Instinct is more of that feeling from your body. It's just like, again, that reaction. It's almost like the instinct. If you hit your knee, you're going to kick it, right? Like the doctor when they check your reflexes. So let's not get sidetracked, right? Where are we? Prayer. Inquiry and original thoughts are inspired by the angels of yellow lemon. Cut through Cut through and face the truth, and surrender to a higher calling. There is collaboration here and willingness to change one's mind. Try letting go of control. And that's the thing too, when your solar plexus is not aligned, you tend to control a lot of things. When you have certain power, when power is not aligned, you tend to control, you tend to oppress, and decompress. It just does not work well. Um, and that's something that wants to be manifested. It's like really tapping into how we have been feeling, what is really coming up, you know? And if there are a lot of insecurities, right? We have to learn that we have the ability, the power to shift that energy from negative to positive. Whether it's through prayer, whether it's through meditation, but it's something that is a need to be looked at, shine light on, and understand that it's a process that you need to go through. Because when you have prayers, you don't just say one prayer and something comes to you. Absolutely not. It doesn't work that way. But prayer is that intention, is that feeling, is that forced, not forced, forceful energy. Not even forceful energy. Why am I saying forceful? Maybe it's because I feel like people are feeling like they are forced in a certain direction. But prayer, meditation is that energy that is concentrated, you know, into a certain specific thing. And the more that you focus and concentrate on energy, the more that it comes to reality, the more matter it holds, you know? So, how can you focus this intention, right, and bring it into your reality? By not giving a fuck. This says rejection. And this card here talks about an artist that, doesn't really care about what people say. I'm going to just leave at that. And by knowing, right, your crown chakra, and just knowing that you are a divine mother, knowing that you come from the divine, knowing that you have these, have creativity, have um, instinct, have all these information, have all these things that you can do. When you acknowledge it, be grateful for it, and not care about what other people say, that is what's going to shine through. That is what's going to come through, and that is what's going to be a gift in the present moment for you and only you. So that is something, again, crown chakra, they have the crown chakra as gray because in their book, the crown chakra is white light, not purple. And that's cool. It's pretty much the same thing. Um, But there's a desire, there's a need here to really feel feel our true authentic selves, you know? And Sagittarius does that energy alone. If you know a Sagittarius that walks its truth, you really need to watch out because they found truth within themselves. They know their path, they know their purpose, and they are growing and expanding on everything that they need to. And in turn, usually they also wind up being that philosopher and teacher. Um, and this is what we are doing, right? We're students of life and we're learning ourselves all over again, but we're learning ourselves in a deeper way here, using our third eye, understanding things that aren't really physically seen, but something that is actually known and felt, right? Felt through our sacral as well as our root. Understanding like, all right, this is what I'm grounding in. I'm trying to have faith and hope within all of this stuff, but I gotta work through this yucky ass insecurity. How? Crown chakra, knowing that the divine connection is something bigger than you, has that love within, that you can actually find love within yourself too and find deeper knowledge within yourself. So I'm going to move deeper into this reading. If you're watching this on Instagram, please click above, click link in bio, YouTube, and you'll see the longer message. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for coming and thank you for sticking around this far because we're about to get a little bit deeper into it, all right? So let's see. What's deeper? What's deeper about this insecurity, this prayer, and this rejection? Let's deeper into this root chakra, this solar plexus, and this crown chakra here. And it's funny because it's almost like this is very like linear almost. It's just like zoop. I don't know. Is this going to happen to us? We're just going to have that zoop moment, or are we going to have like? I really feel like there's a lot of epiphanies that are happening. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're in a time to really start creating something. We're in a time to really create something. Okay. Yeah. So we got these cup energy, right? So, what do we need to be open to right now, right? We have this root chakra, the insecurity, and it's like a lot of people have not been wanting to give because of the simple fact that the insecurity, right? Six of Pentacles is like that give and take, reciprocal energy. And, for instance, teaching or I say, let's go with the teaching. You don't want to teach somebody because you feel like, oh, maybe they won't receive the message right, or, it's just worrying about like the give and take, that energy, reciprocal energy. And this is what keeps us insecure. Our insecure withholds information and withholds love giving to other people. You know, it does, when we talk about love, it doesn't have to mean romance. Love is love. Love is divine energy, right? And then here with the Five of Pentacles is like, look at this. Like, hello, you're not really realizing that you still have these two cups here, but these three cups down here is spilled. Like the party is over, but you can still have a party when you go home. you know, like I feel like what we really need to be open to is understanding our own gifts that are within us so that we can cultivate and understand who we are authentically inside. And then in turn, when you understand who we are and all those things that we've been hiding from each other, we see it in a new light instead of in the dark, right? When we shine light on that, then we can understand like, this is me all along and I like this. This is a gift. It feels good. I'm going to give it to other people. That's something that we need to work on. When you feel secure and grounded, You feel grounded in your faith, and you know what faith you're connecting things to. Root chakra. But when it's imbalanced, you're insecure and wondering, where is the love? Where is the love? Right? Where is the love? It's inside of you. Can you turn the light on and look at it? And it's okay if it's tattered and torn up. Mend it. You have the gifts, you have the power to do that. But you can't sow something in the dark, can you? You're going to hurt yourself. So, we have here what is trying to be manifested. The World card talks about cycles. Talks about new beginnings, endings and beginning. And we have an inclination about something. That there is something that is needed to be started here. But we have to try to find that power. We have to try to find and connect with that universal energy, the divine source energy, to really bring forward that willpower, and direct it in the right way, right? And how we do that is through intentions. I think there's a saying that says prayer is words with intentions and energy backed up by it. I could be chopping this up, but if it makes sense to you, you know? And the Daughter of Swords is about intellect, is about words, is about communication. How are we communicating with ourselves right now? How have we been communicating with ourselves right now? How do we manifest things? By believing it, by speaking it, and trusting it. I was going to say let it go, but by trusting it. Trusting that everything that happened and accumulated up until this point right now was meant to be regardless. Now, what are we going to do after that? Make shit happen. We're going to learn the lessons. We're going to understand that, this is how it was, but it doesn't have to be. We can turn that page and make a new chapter, write a new chapter, understand ourselves on a deeper level to close one door and open another, right? And how can we focus that energy, right? What is really coming through here is that when you can feel that, when you can believe that, and you can trust that, you know that, hey, Nine of Pentacles, look at her. She has a whole garden now. She's like, look. And it's funny too because she's like looking ahead in this spread. And this is why I would love to have my setup zoomed on the cards, but it is getting there. And this is what I'm talking about. Don't think about the things that you don't have right now. Think about the things that you do have and the things that you're cultivating. She already has a big garden. She has a big garden that she already did. 9 is coming towards the end, accumulating all this stuff. And then you have Mother of Cups backed up. It's a lot of emotional fulfillment here and understanding your emotions and being okay with giving to yourself as well as giving to others. Because, when you give to yourself first, it allows you to be charged up, ready and willing to give to others because you're plentiful already. If this lady gave all her stuff, all the garden, all the stuff that she grew in her garden away, and then somebody's knocking on the door like, can you give me some carrots? How is she going to bring carrots? Like, is she going to grab it out of her ass? No. She has to wait and let it grow. And this is the thing that you guys already achieved and understood. This is what's coming forward. If you haven't seen that yet, it's coming. Continue working because you have to trust. Don't get insecure because of the fear is setting in. Let go of the fear. Understand that this was a journey. This still is a journey. And you already had a whole big journey, of understanding deeper emotions, deeper things that make you feel fulfilled and bring forward knowing who you are, not caring about the rejection because you got it. You're like, oh my gosh, I worked on myself this much that I understand this. And then yes, there's a journey ahead as well, that there's new things that you won't get, but know that you found your strength on the inside. You know how to use that. And any time that you feel in the dark, all you have to do is flick that light on. That's all you have to do. So let's wrap this up here, because this is interesting. It's like accumulation of things, of insecurity, not knowing, being in fear, and then it's like a spark of energy that comes through and is like, I can do that. I've done it before. And then you try again, and it keeps happening, and then before you know it, whether it's 10 years later or 10 days later, it's like I'm making progression. So, this is from my card deck. This is 3 cards. Cool. This is from my card deck that I made, which is the Gratitude Attitude card deck. It is on sale right now. Let's see what comes up. Always be strong enough to let go, wise enough to wait for what you deserve. This shows clearly of what's going on here, right? And her looking back at this insecure, like, look how far I've came. Oh my gosh, I was so feeding into the fear. And now look, I have a beautiful garden, right? Always be strong enough to let go and wise enough to wait for what you deserve. Things take time to grow. But when you've pulled up those weeds that were, messing with your garden, messing with your fruit and vegetables, you took out what you didn't need and you put back in, trust and believe is going to grow. It is impossible for a person to learn what they think they already know. When people be like, oh, I know how to do this. Just like if you were watching this video and you're like, I know. How are you learning anything, though? Are you listening, really, to more things? Because the ones that think they know really don't know. The ones that say they don't know may not know. But the ones that are listening and trying to figure out if they do know or if they don't, are the ones that are really taking in and internalizing and being smart about it. A grateful heart gains many blessings. This is also the sign of Mother of Cups, Queen of Cups, because, she has a lot of gratitude. She understands herself, her heart, her emotions, and she feels that with gratitude, love from above and love from within. And therefore, she can share it without. It gains many blessings. It works, gives and takes, and that's also like the learning. When you're a teacher, it's a blessing that you can teach because you're still learning also in turn. The student also winds up teaching you new ways of teaching what you're trying to teach the student. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So this is the thing here. We're going through cycles. With cycles, winds up ending, right? Just like a graduation, we learn all these things. We look back at how far we came. And then we step into this new energy, and move away from the things we completed. And we embrace new things that we're starting. And we don't go into a new situation saying, I know. No, we go into a new situation knowing where we came from, but being open enough to acknowledge and embrace the new things that, the new things that you learn, and work on other ways because you're secure within yourself. That's what's really going to keep us away from the fear of new and unknown, is being secure within yourself, right? I know this is a lot. Sometimes I try to condense it, but other times I'm like, look, no, take notes. Because this is almost like, if this resonates with you, this is definitely like a session that would be with an energy reading with me, because we get down to the nitty gritty, but we're personal, right? We're being one-on-one. We're not talking about general information here. And then you get some healing and relaxing time to really help your body in your mind to digest all that information, and then take it one day at a time to allow the awareness to come to the surface and really allow the healing to continue to happen, because healing is a continual thing. You know, it's one part of your body may heal, but the whole body is still here wanting to be whole, holistically in line with everything. So I just say all that to say much blessings to you. Take some rest and time out for you during this time in this new moon. Don't feel guilty if it's only 5 minutes. You know, at least you're keeping it real with yourself, and at least you're keeping some time to yourself. If it's, a couple of hours, that's even great. But take some time for yourself. Acknowledge the things that you have been putting off, keeping hidden from yourself and from the world, and really acknowledge the beauty in those dark spots that have not been looked at in a very long time. Until next time, I'm Outie. You can always contact me or check out my links below. And yeah, look out for more messages, more readings, and more things from A Ray of Gratitude. Until next time, I'm Outie. Peace.